Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. With me today I have Caroline, who's busy looking at the Christmas lights. This is our makeshift reading fort slash jolly jumper. So it's a multi-purpose, multifunctional. And she loves looking at the lights. Anyways, today's video is 10 ways to keep mess manageable in a chaotic life. And before I begin, grab a cup of tea or something to drink. I'll try and make this a quicker video, but I never know. So, let's get started. One of the reasons why we spend money is stress. And one of the reasons stress is caused is being overwhelmed by a messy house. And there's multiple factors in that. One being when your house is messy, you don't want to be home, so you're spending money on being out. Another thing is sometimes as a stress coping mechanism, you buy more things and therefore are even more stressed out. And then also having a messy kitchen. You either don't feel like cooking in a messy kitchen, or two, it's too messy and you can't cook in it. So either way, I find that these are the things that have helped me overcome having a messy house. And I'm not saying my house is perfect 24/7, but it's not so messy that I'm in panic mode all the time. And these are the ways that I have dealt with it. So I hope you learned something new, or if not, maybe it's just a little reminder. Anyways, let's get started. So the first way is to get rid of one item you no longer need anymore, you no longer use anymore, or no longer brings joy. I know you've heard this multiple times, but I try, instead of doing a whole room or anything, I just do one thing a day. So for the best example I can think of right now is while I'm folding laundry or something, a lot of kids, babies' clothes they grow out of. So if I come across something that they no longer fit, I have a box that I've started with baby clothing and items, and I just stick one thing in there a day. You would be surprised how fast it fills, but you don't want to start off too crazy, so I'm just doing one thing a day, and then that is completely manageable. The second thing is I try to organize one drawer, one cabinet, or one shelf, one closet, etc. Just one tiny thing a day. Because again, if you start doing, the whole house, a whole room, it does get overwhelming, especially when you don't have the time, and I certainly don't have the time right now to do, whole projects. Hello. 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 So yeah, just start small and just do one little thing a day. That is what I've been trying to do, and it is a lot more manageable than doing the whole house. The next thing is to clean up after yourself. This is a huge game changer for myself. I'm gonna be totally honest, was not the most tidy person as a young adult. When I was a child, complete opposite. I was super anal, and I was super clean, super tidy. Then as I grew up, there were many factors in the reasons why, but I just was not anymore. So I've been really trying to put into practice this. It really is a game changer. So for instance, if you're making yourself a cup of tea, don't leave the sugar bowl or your spoon on the counter or the box of tea or whatever. Just put everything back, and then you don't have to put back a million things at the end of the day. Because if you make yourself tea, make yourself a sandwich, make yourself whatever, and you leave everything out, by the end of the day, your entire counter is full of things that you've made throughout the day, and now you have to spend even more time putting everything back. And it same goes with basically everything. When you come home, put your shoes away, put your coat away, put your hats, scarves, mitts, now that it's winter, everything away, and then you don't have to do it later. So yeah, this is huge. I'm trying to get Wyatt to do this, and even Isabel, I have to remind her consistently, because I know I was that way when I was her age, and I really want her to get into good habits so that when she goes on her own, her house isn't a complete disaster either. So yeah, definitely by cleaning up after yourself as you go and putting things back after using them is really helpful. And obviously, sometimes this isn't always possible, but for the most part, doing it. The next thing is to do quick 5, 10, or 15-minute tidy-ups or cleanings. For an example, I will spend 5 or 10 minutes just cleaning the bathroom, or picking up all the toys that Wyatt has left over, just putting things back once things have gotten, quite messy after a morning of playing and whatnot. I just set the timer for however much time I might have, depending, right? So if I only have a little bit of time, do 5 minutes, up to 15 minutes, or even up to 30 if you have that kind of time. And just do this, a few times a day even. Yeah, that definitely helps. And, that's another tip. So, next one is do one job a day. So, I will vacuum one day. Not every day, but just one day. And then another day I will dust. Another day I will do a thorough cleaning of the bathroom. One day I will do the bedding. One day I will do laundry, etc., etc. So just do one big job a day, and it's less overwhelming than trying to do all of those things every day, especially when you have, you're working all day, or you work multiple jobs, or you have kids, whatever the reasons why. But yeah, next one is if you are living with multiple people, whether roommates or you have a family then get the other people of your household involved. So even as early as Wyatt's age, he's 2 now, I'm starting to get him to try to pick up his toys and put things away. And Isabel, who is 16, we get her, she has a few things that she does every day that she has to do. And my husband, he has a few things that he does every day, and I have my things that I do every day, and if everybody works together, it is a lot easier than taking on everything all on your own. And it shouldn't be that way anyway. Although I have tried before, but yeah, it's a surefire to get completely burned out. The next thing is to wipe surfaces daily. These are like what is that term? Like heavy traffic surfaces, like your kitchen table, your counter spaces, anything that you use every day, multiple times. Wipe those up and clear them every day, multiple times a day, and especially at night. And that is the next tip, is to tidy up before going to bed. I try to do a quick tidy up, putting, if there's any toys out, which there usually is, putting those away, putting anything that is out that should not be out, putting that away, and doing the dishes. I don't always, there sometimes is a few dishes in the sink, depending on how hectic the day is, how late we've eaten dinner, etc. But I always do try to do a quick tidy up before going to bed. And that includes Wyatt's room as well, and then the house. The next one is not so much tidying in your home, but to be very intentional with what you are buying and spending your money on, bringing stuff in the house, and then not just spending money on things, but often, a lot of times, things are given to us for free, and we want to make sure that everything we bring in our house, and I have said this as a frugal tip, accept things that are given to you, and I always do, but if I'm not going to be using it myself, I make sure I have a plan to get rid of it, or someone that I know can use it, and I get rid of it within, a very short amount of time. I give like a week. Yes, so you want to make sure everything has a space and a use, or a home in mind, if that makes sense. So yes, that is something that I really had to work on, being a frugal. Hi, you can see your little face there. Hello. Are you getting tired? Are you getting tired? Yeah, I'm almost done. But yeah, I really had to be more intentional with everything, bringing into the home and making sure that I actually had uses for everything. And if I didn't, I knew what I was going to do with it and had someone in mind that I could give it to use. The next one is, be easy on yourself. Every day is a new day. Not every day is going to be perfect. And as for, no one is perfect, at least I'm not perfect. Maybe there are perfect people out there, I don't know. But I like to think that not everyone is perfect, if that makes sense. Or at least there's no two households that are exactly the same, because people have different circumstances. They come from different places, have different jobs, have different, mental health factors, different physical limits. There's so many different factors that come into play where, one person's home is not going to look identical to another person's, and one person won't be able to do as much as another person for whatever reason. So no two households are the same, and I personally believe that there isn't, a one solution for everyone. All we can do is try our best and be as good as you can be, or, I think I'm just babbling on now. Anyways, and the last thing is to don't try to do too much and then burning out, which I have done in the past and I cannot do anymore because it is not healthy. You have to take also care of yourself, which is really hard to do. Sometimes if you're taking care of multiple people, like for myself, for a while there, I forgot even to brush my hair every day. Something as simple and, something that I used to do all the time, brush my hair morning and night. And then I have 2 babies and I'm brushing their hairs, brushing their teeth, making sure they're dressed and fed and clean, and doing all the household chores, and then trying to get my work done and trying to do this and that and trying to have everybody happy and, have clean clothes. And I just, by the end of the day, it was bedtime, I'm too tired, and I completely have forgotten to brush my hair. And this is going to sound quite awful, but, days have gone by where I have not brushed my hair once, but I have started to brush my hair again. I have been making a mental note every day that I have to brush my hair, because no word of a lie, it got so bad, like it took me an hour to get my hair where I could actually brush through it. I literally have never had that issue in my entire life, and then all of a sudden, after having Caroline, all of a sudden brushing my hair just became on the back burner. You see, it's already getting messy today. I do need to brush it again tonight, but or at some point today. But yeah, don't burn out. Take care of yourself, and that's all I have for you today. I hope you're having a great day. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I look forward to reading all your lovely comments. And have a fabulous day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Say bye, Caroline. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye.